Cuppa Joe Nintendo is powered by the You, Me, and Capri Patreon. We want to say thank you to some people, starting with our Diamond executive producers, Slimer Snarf, Lee Navarro, and Jonathan Brown. Also, our Platinum producer, Robbie Bobby Miller. And then to our Gold level patrons, like James Johnson, Jean K, Skinny Matt, Ashley Nicholson, Becky Grockmall, Trucker Sloth, Argo, Ryan Turford, Egg Shen, and Ray Sony Pony Martinez. Thank you everyone for all of your support.
So Sean.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good to see you.
We got another direct this week. I guess we should probably take the good before the bad, but we should.
Oh yeah.
Got another
Okay.
Yeah. Man, okay. So we had a conversation a while ago, and you and a few other people really didn't like my stance on Ori, because I was on record.
You don't like this game.
I was saying that Ori is probably one of the worst platformers I've ever played.
It's a wrong opinion, but you're entitled to it.
No, it's the right opinion, because it's not a platformer. It is a Metroidvania, and that's the problem. And I think when people get it through their heads that this is not a Mario, this is not a Rayman's Legends, you will like the game. It's a Metroidvania game. And when I took that aspect of what it was, I love this game now.
What?
Yes, I started playing.
When did you play it?
I started playing Ori and the Blind Forest about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Didn't really say anything because I wanted to kind of go. I bought the game.
You're so sneaky. That's amazing.
I bought the game and I started playing it, and holy cow, dude.
Yes.
But that's the problem. I think people label it as a platformer, and I think that's such a disservice to this game.
Sure. Okay.
Once you realize that, like, hey, you get these upgrades, and now it can get you into other parts of the area, it totally goes to what I love. I loved Metroid growing up.
Right.
Right. This is absolute Metroid type game, man. Yeah. I love it. I really do love it.
Interesting. Yeah. I didn't realize that that's what you were getting hung up on, like, at all. Like, I thought that, like, the Metroidvania part was, like, obvious.
No.
I'm glad that we're kind of highlighting.
No, because what happened was I kept, like, going through these things. I'm like, this is so weird.
This
like, what am I
doing
doing
like,
here?
Wall climb. I can't, like, double jump or anything. Like,
exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm locked off to these areas. I can't get up there. And then what happened was, I thought about it, and what dawned on me was when Moon Studios hired the guy that was working on another Metroid remake. He was doing a fan project of Metroid 2, and Nintendo shut it down and all that stuff. I remembered them hiring him. I'm like, why would Moon Studios hire a guy that's a Metroid guy to do a Mario game?
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a minute. And then I went back and looked, and I was like, oh my God, I was playing this game absolutely wrong.
Right.
And it is so good.
Well, I feel like you had a similar kind of revelation with SteamWorld Dig, like the original one, where you're like, this is a Metroidvania.
I didn't know what it was at first, but then when it clicked and I realized what it was, I fell in love with that game.
All in. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So for me, like, if I know going in, so I'm hyped for the second one.
Honestly, dude, that was my experience with the original Metroid. Honestly, because, like, I hadn't really played, like, and nobody was really, like, we would talk about Metroidvanias, like Castlevania and Metroid were like, these are the things, like, nobody really put those, that's a new term, you know, like what type of games those are.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Metroid was, so I feel like I had the experience that you had with Ori. That was my first experience with Metroid. I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this, and why would I play this instead of, like, Mario or something? So I never really got into Metroid, like, back in the day. It was way after when I like that progression. Like, I can do a double jump, or I can do whatever it needs to get into the next area. Well, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So I like it, and I'm happy about the sequel coming over. And so I'm going to continue to play the first one, hopefully beat it, and then I'm going to buy the second one, or I'll catch the second one on sale, whatever. If it goes on sale, I'll definitely buy it. But I felt like there's no need me buying it right now. Let me continue on
play the first one. The first one is excellent.
And beat it.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, first off, dude, it really tugs at the heartstrings.
Oh my, yes.
I beat
the whole time.
I guess, the first boss, which is the tree. So I beat that boss. I got up to the top of the tree. I did what I had to do in the tree. Now I guess I'm going to the next realm or next area or whatever. And but I'm quickly becoming a fan.
Ooh, I'm so happy to hear you say this. I've been singing about this song this game for a long time, man.
And even like the other night, I was watching Nintendo Shack, and Donnie called it a platformer, and I'm like, man, it's not. Like I get it has platformer-esque stuff, and it's very, but like I feel like when you call it a platformer, you really do make people's expectations believe it's one thing that it's really truly not. You know what I mean? Like if you say it's a Metroidvania, people that are into Metroidvanias, they get it. And once I got that aspect of what it was, I was like, you know, like mine was blown, and I was like so in, man.
Well, it's funny because like once you get into it, like the traversal is some of the best in gaming.
Yes.
Like when you start to string some of those things together. So like that's like even when you talk about like if it's traversal, that's like almost kind of same thing as saying like the platforming in it is really great. Yeah. So like I could see where you could get there, but yeah, the Metroidvania part. It's funny because like we've gone a long way. Like when Ori first came out, people would just talk about the difficulty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was the thing that kind of I think kept people from really experiencing it, was that it was hard.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of in like, what is this game even? But when you start stringing together some of those like double jumps, and then you can kind of have you get an extra jump when you hit one of the shiny things or hit an enemy, and then you can wall jump or climb. It feels perfect. Yeah. And I'm hearing that the new one, Will of the Wisps, runs really good on Switch.
Yeah.
That they really optimize it for Switch, and that's what they did. Actually, it's the same story with the Blind Forest. That it actually ran better on Switch than on the original Xbox One.
I don't understand that. I don't understand. Well, let's be fair. Xbox One kind of had its own issues in its own right.
Oh, for sure.
For developers getting on there and running good. So it could have been what it was. Like,
and when Will of the Wisp launched even on One X, it was rough.
Yeah,
it was pretty rough, dude.
The Switch. My understanding with the Switch is it's super easy to work with. So that could be the difference. Maybe just the Xbox One X is just a little tough, and they struggle with it. But hey, it doesn't matter to me. Like I'm glad that it runs good.
Were you surprised? Because Xbox said it's not coming, and I feel like I just need to. I mean, I got to call them out on that.
No,
like,
you don't. No, you don't.
I don't like that.
I don't. People are so hepped up on this, and listen, it makes sense. Why would you tell people that it's available over here, and then it sells poorly?
I just think that you should you should be upfront in all cases. If it's going to be a timed exclusive, just say it's a timed exclusive. Don't say it's an exclusive and it's never coming to anything else, and then like it will release this year.
But you didn't know that decision wasn't made later. It could have been one of those things that it didn't sell really well on Xbox because of the new Xbox launching, and they looked at it and were like, hey, you know what? Let's throw it on the Switch because it really sold well on the Switch.
Yeah.
Let's boost them numbers.
I appreciate your like giving the benefit of the doubt. But I also am like, I've got other precedents.
Yeah, well, I
like if you're, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna say something
that's because you're in the middle of a war right now, and that's, you know, you got this whole thing, and I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm just happy.
Be fair, man. If I'm gonna be holding other people accountable for the same thing, it's like this. That's not really fair.
I don't feel like it's whatever. I feel like it's one of those things of it could have been
It's not as monumental a title, like it's Ori, right? Even though I feel like Halo,
it's not like they were like Halo. That's the thing that could
exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the thing that could have got. Now, you know, it's just one of these things of like it could have the deal could have happened after the fact. Like when Phil Spencer made that statement, that could have been a true statement at that time. Things could have changed. You know.
Yeah.
You know, people are doing that because Sony made a few lies this week, and
they sure did.
Trying to hold them to it and. So it's whatever. But I don't care. Lie all you want if you're going to give me what I want. If I'm getting this game lied to me, I don't care. Like, whatever, dude.
I guess so. That's how people are kind of taking it a little bit.
It's the other thing I started playing, I bought the other day was WWE Battlegrounds.
Did you buy it? Oh, yes. How is it?
I love it, dude.
Oh, dude, it looks so good.
I love it. You know what it takes me back to? It takes me back to the No Mercy era. Wrestling games.
I love it. Yes.
Because the thing is when you play, like when I played the other games, the 2K game, they were trash. They were seriously bad, especially on the Switch. Like the 2K17, I think it was.
Very good on Switch,
my god, that thing was horrendous. Ran like trash, just really bad. This game is so good.
Oh, I love it. I might have to pick this thing up.
It's arcade.
Was it $60?
I think it's actually 49.
It looked like it. Yeah,
49.
Like...
I think it's 39 if you just buy the game. But I bought the digital whatever, and that gave me like some like V-Bucks, like some extra the coins you use to buy wrestlers and stuff. But also it gave me some wrestlers for free. Like it gave me 3 versions of Stone Cold, 3 versions of The Rock, and I think 3 versions of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
and it's skins. It's
one
all
of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, it's just skins. But dude, and it's cool because you play the campaign, and the campaign is like a comic book where Paul Heyman goes to Vince McMahon and wants to start this new underground thing, and he recruits Stone Cold to go out and recruit wrestlers for this. So you're reading this comic book story.
That's the best.
And then, like, you read the story, and it's like, okay, now you have this match to go do. And then you do the match, and if you win the match, the story continues, and you go through this campaign. It's just cute, man. It's really...
Yeah.
I don't want to say cute. Really good. Really good. Because the moves are just over the top. Crazy. Yeah. Throw a person up in the air.
Like NBA spinning. Jam, kind of with wrestling kind of a deal.
Yes. Yeah. Like, dude, I was wrestling in a steel cage match against Samoa Joe. And I like what they do with the steel cage. They put money on the cage. And you got to climb up and grab the money. And you can't exit the ring until your money meter is complete.
Yeah.
So, but the funny thing is the cage starts to electrify. So, like, you could be going up, and then all of a sudden it lights up, and you get shocked. You fall off the cage. It's so cool. So cool, man. So good.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize I don't even know what day it is. You know what I mean?
It just hit this week. It hit this week.
Oh, I got to pick that up. That's awesome. That's what I should be spending my money on.
I think that everybody was hyped up on the worst game to hit the Switch in 3 years.
Wow. Tell me which one. I think I know what you're saying, but like
Mario.
Oh my God, Bobby.
I am not a fan at all.
Good. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not happy that you're displeased. I don't like seeing distressed, or I want you to enjoy your time.
So,
but
okay.
We're in line with this, man.
I feel like you did.
What an embarrassment.
For
Mario. Mario deserves better. I mean, I think I deserve better. I think we as gamers deserve better. Yeah. But Mario, what an embarrassment for Mario. This is why they didn't do this.
So in the
past.
This is why
they would avoid this.
This is why they shouldn't have done this. They should have thrown Galaxy 2 in there to at least pump it up a little bit better. Like, I'm sorry, 64, the camera is so bad.
Thank you.
It's not even funny. Like, you're slapping the stick left and right to make the camera like, boop, boop. Like, come on, man. And then you get in Sunshine, and I absolutely see why I stopped playing Sunshine in the GameCube era.
Yeah.
Bugs, they're still there. It's like you can't even like work on.
I know. I watched Joe After Work play. By the way, Joe After Work's back streaming.
Yes,
amazing.
Oh,
that's
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I saw him play the first couple minutes. I jumped in and he did a jump and he got stuck. It was on some sort of like grate and he couldn't move.
Yeah.
He was like somewhere kind of like I guess a pixel in between like the grate and like the edge of it. Yeah. And he just couldn't move.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Like you don't even go back and fix that stuff. Like you admittedly told people that this game had bugs and there was problems with it. Yeah. Because you rushed it back for the GameCube.
Huge cash grab.
And this is just... And, Galaxy I'm even a little disappointed in. And my problem with Galaxy is like... I can't
You kind of have to play with the Joy-Cons.
You have to.
You kind of do.
And I hate that way of playing. I hate that way because the Joy-Cons feel so uncomfortable in your hands. I wish they would have just been like, hey, you know what? You have a Wiimote? We're going to do something to make you actually be able to use the Wiimote and Nunchuck, because that to me is better, because at least that feels better in your hands.
Yeah.
Dude, you're playing with it. I'm using a Pro Controller. I'm trying to run. I'm trying to aim for the star bits, and as you're aiming, it's kind of it feels like it's moving the camera a little bit. It's just not cohesive at all.
Well, and even trying to do that and control the camera and then try to
it's
to
tough.
do more. Honestly, I don't know what they really could have done. Like, I don't mind, like, there's a reset, you hit L and R, and it resets at your aimer, kind of like back at the center.
Yeah.
So that was okay. I feel like there was something similar with the Wii remotes, with those controls. The game does look good.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Like, it looks really good.
Of the three, that's the banger. You know what I mean? Like, that's the one that looks the best, camera-wise, plays the best. But, man, it's just, I don't know, man. I think going
even the camera too. Like I feel like Galaxy, because I also played 3D Mario 3D World with Lincoln. I put it into the Wii U. It's a game that's coming to. I felt like I was playing the future, Bobby. This is a Switch game that has yet to come out, that nobody on the Switch has access to. I could play it because I can see I can play the future. This 3D Mario, that game is perfect.
Yeah, I want that.
Game is so good. Played with him, and I do feel like Galaxy in some ways kind of plays almost like it in terms of the camera.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily you can kind of just like shift it, and that's kind of okay. So like where most I think 3D like kind of actiony platform, you need like full control of the camera, and it does seem like Nintendo has always put this weird focus on just shift it a little bit. Yeah. For better or for worse. They got better at that rather than just giving you like full control, like 360-degree camera. They've always I think they just got better at building the levels and building the design of the game better around that. Whereas it really got you into some tough spots with Mario 64.
Without a doubt. Like, you got to do blind jumps in that thing. Like,
kind of.
You got to go jump, and it's like in the dark. You're just jumping. I don't know.
And sometimes you'll have like a subpar angle, and you're like, I guess this is as good as I've got. Like, you're trying to line it up.
I think the thing with Sunshine, and I think it really becomes relevant of why I'm not a fan of this game as much. It's not really a Mario game.
It seems like not confident. It seems like they were trying to do something like I guess like trying to do something different with like the cinematics right for the first time, and kind of in almost like the real world. You know, like it wasn't really like magical. No. And the whole flood thing just makes it not seem like they were just trying to do something else. Like even the cinematics itself, it seemed like they were trying to do something so out of their bailiwick, out of their wheelhouse. Like that, it feels awkward.
Yeah, and it's a shame, man, because I was pumping up this thing going in, and like I just feel like it is a bit of a letdown. Yeah. Like I got it. I bought the physical copy. I'll keep it. I'm not gonna get rid of it. Like I'll have it because it's a part of.
Dude, sell it on April 1st.
Yeah, for like $1,000.
Seriously, this might be the best investment we've ever made.
Probably.
Is buying this.
I might have to start buying more copies of it and then just like eBay, and that could be my pay for the year.
Seriously, well, you're not alone on that front.
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I wish they would have. What would have been amazing is if they came out with special edition Joy-Cons for this thing. Like,
oh yeah,
do something.
Like,
but what I mean by special edition Joy-Cons, like Joy-Cons that look a little bit like the Nunchuck and Wiimote. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they can be wireless and whatever, and like it just, to me, I felt like, and I feel like now looking back, like the past couple of weeks, I've kind of been like high on this, and now that I got this, like I had no real true like I want to go play this. Like,
same.
I didn't have that desire
because you bought it. You bought it.
I played it out of I played it out of feel like I had to because I bought the thing, and I'm like, again, I wasn't one of those people in the beginning that was like it's got to have Galaxy 2, but at least now I'm sitting there going like maybe Galaxy 2 would have at least shored this thing up a little bit.
You'd be spending most of your time with the Galaxy games.
Yeah.
Honestly, you'd be spending most of them with like 1 and 2. I realized like how much more of Galaxy 2 I played than the first one.
Oh yeah.
Like back in the day, like I played way more of that one. So like Galaxy for me kind of still felt a little bit fresh.
Yeah.
But it was like it's like what is like even the progression of the stories? It's like are they basically the same game? Like,
not really.
There's a festival.
No, because I don't know. There's always something stupid that happens.
It's just so
Bowser
so
comes in and
paste,
steals Peach and it does
totally
whatever.
Fine. Yeah.
Man. Even if they would have, like, here's the thing I thought, like, hey, if you wanted to kind of do, like, a retro thing for 64, like, put it in the Odyssey engine, and you have a costume.
And give it a mode.
But no, you have a costume that makes Mario look like he's in 64.
Yeah, that's
so, like,
great.
Make the world Odyssey and give you the Mario from 64 if you wanted to do. Like, that would have been kind of cool, you know? But
there is the thing, there's a great breakdown on Digital Foundry that kind of shows how the whole, like, the games work. And I guess there's this thing with Mario's in the distance, it actually is rendering, like, a lower version, like a lower quality version of him it's either when he's moving or not moving, I can't remember which. But with CRT TVs, like, it was not a problem. Like, it was all blurry, you couldn't see anything anyways.
Yeah.
But with everything being sharp and the resolution being bigger, you can see it when he's in the distance. He's this blocky, looks like he's made out of Play-Doh. Like they've got like crappy eyes picked on them and everything. It looks terrible. And there's these weird like kind of glitches, but it's like I'm so torn on it because when I fired it up, Mario comes at you like it's a me, like hello.
Yeah.
He looks great.
Yeah.
But it's that resolution, like that aspect ratio is terrible. And so I'm so torn on 64. There's certain things about it that do look better. The font, like the UI and everything looks great. Sunshine, I think the UI looks awesome. And now that's widescreen, they made that widescreen.
Yeah.
Like would have liked that for 64 as well. It's just it just doesn't look good, you know? Like not the game itself obviously doesn't look good, but like the look, it doesn't land well. It's this huge thing.
I like when they did like seriously, man. When they did the first All-Stars, they made that all look and feel like Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was the idea. That was what they were doing. Like they were going like, this is the best we are right now. Let's bring these other games up to snuff.
Mm-hmm.
You have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, you knew the 35th. I mean, it's not like you don't have a calendar. You knew the 35th was coming for the last 3. They literally could have started on this when they were done Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not I don't think, I mean, maybe I'm just dumb, but I don't feel like this is a 5-10 year project. I feel like it's a year, maybe 2 years of fixing, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
because I felt like Galaxy doesn't need a lot. Galaxy just needs that high def sheen on it. They could have up-res that easily. Galaxy, you could have just left alone.
Yeah.
Just made it look better. You know what I mean? Like, make it HD. You know, and then Sunshine, obviously, is going to take a lot of work because you got to go in and fix the bugs, you know? But 64, I even feel like 64 was kind of like not a lot of work in terms of like, maybe that is going to take more work than it would have, but you could have worked on that for 3 years and just made it right. Like, you have two teams. That's the thing I don't understand. You had a team working on the 3DS, a team working on the Wii U. You what did you do with them two teams? You know what I mean? Like, we know what the two Zelda teams are doing. One worked on Link's Awakening, one worked on Breath of the Wild. The Monolith Soft team helped on Breath of the Wild. You understand that workings. They kept them two teams kind of separate. It's like EAD, who works on the Mario games. What did you do? Did you merge them all to do nothing? And I know some of that EAD team works on like Splatoon and now maybe Animal Crossing. But it's just...
Or the next Mario. I mean, that's the other thing that we don't really know, but it looks like a cash grab. It looks terrible. I mean, I think it was on Shaq, actually, they were bringing up like Rare Replay is an excellent example of, not that they like really updated those games, but the presentation of it is awesome. It was like this amazing celebration of 30 years of Rare games, whatever it was. And it's like, it made you excited to like have it.
Yeah.
But you fire this thing up and it's like kind of lame.
Yeah.
You pick the three kind of games that kind of slide over. Like there's nothing. There's a fancy font for what year it came out. And that's and then the songs. Yeah. Like the music is kind of right there.
Even that, dude. Even that. Like, dude, you could
be grateful.
Yeah, it's like, thank you. I only can listen to it when I have my Switch around me.
Sold out everywhere though. This game was sold out everywhere. Yeah. Everybody bought it. I was actually like, because we pre-ordered it because I was excited about it. And once I kind of saw what was happening and how like it was all actually working, I'm like, I mean, I don't really need this. But Chelsea also really wanted it. Yeah. And normally, I feel like she would normally like forget about these sorts of things. So I was just gonna like let the pre-order kind of like expire.
No,
but she's like, she woke up that morning. She's like, I'm going to EB Games. I'm going to get the thing. And I'm like, son of a gun. But I mean, whatever. Like it. At some point, it's like it's good that Lincoln will have it. Yeah. You know, like it's good for people who've never played the game before. There's, you know, because they're old games. Yeah. It's actually kind of remarkable how many people might not have played some of these games. So I mean, at least that's as much credit as I'm gonna give. Yeah. Is at least we can play it on the Switch. Yeah. And that is just too bad because it should be like this moment that we all kind of celebrate. And even I think people who are even enjoying their time with it, they still have to, like, a lot of the reviews are like, yeah, but this isn't really all that good. Yeah. They could have put a little bit more into it, unfortunately.
And it's sad I feel bad because you know me, dude. I typically praise Nintendo for everything, and this is just something that leading in, I was praising it, and I was very excited.
I'm honestly shocked. I'm shocked to hear you this down on it.
I think the problem is that like 64 I knew was going to be going in. Sunshine just really, man, it just brought me back to the GameCube and why I put it away.
Right.
You know, and then like, you know, and then Galaxy, I just was hoping for more. Maybe I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try with the Joy-Con separated.
Yeah.
But I
could be better.
I hate the Joy-Cons.
I know, man.
I hate them. Like if they let me play with these things, the Hori Switch. Like if I could play with that.
Yeah, just separate.
But these aren't like there's no battery in here. They just work off of, you know.
Yeah, no Bluetooth or anything.
Yeah, there's nothing in them, so I can't use them separate. Like maybe that's.
I'm legit gonna play on my Wii U, dude, and I'm not doing it to be spiteful. Like I want to play Galaxy. I want to play Galaxy 2. I'm just gonna fire it in my Wii U.
You know what the answer might be? Honestly, as crazy as it sounds, and it's gonna make the cost of the thing higher. But maybe remember when ARMS came out and they had them battery packs on the back of them?
No.
ARMS.
On what?
For the game ARMS.
Yeah.
They had these things that went on the back of that made them bigger. So because you actually could play that in.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It made them meatier, made the grips meatier. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe because I just feel so dainty in my hands.
Yeah.
Like they feel so
I mean, you
small.
get that little, like, whatever, that adds the buttons there. Like, there's that thing that you kind of slide on. Yeah. But that's not really going to
The rails aren't
going to
really
changer.
that's going to make change anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to try a couple things and see if I can come around on it. But I think ultimately, like, if I had to say to somebody, if someone has not played these games before, you're in for a rude awakening. If you've played the games, then you hopefully get that little taste of nostalgia.
Sure.
That makes you know what I mean? But, like, if you've played Odyssey, man, I got news for you. If you've never played these three, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough go. Galaxy is just harder than I remember it being. And not hard in terms of playing with a Pro Controller is just tough. Like I don't know why.
I'm basically not using the bits. Like I'm not firing the bits. I used to use that a lot. I used to fire the bits like a Goomba and knock them over, and then kind of go over and punch them in the face.
Yeah.
I'm basically not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I gotta play a little bit more time with it and see if I come around on it. But we'll
okay,
see. I think I might stream it
Crossing.
tomorrow. I think I might stream it tomorrow night. And give it a shot and see. But
and we got Mario 35 coming too, man.
That's the one and it's crazy.
I'm really excited for that.
I'm really excited for 3D World because I think 3D
is
World.
That February though?
That's
it's
in
too
February.
Far.
That's in February.
Oh man,
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I feel like that's the one that's
the one.
really going to turn it around for me. That's the one that's going to get me super hyped. Because I love that game. I know, and that's the thing. A lot of people beat up on that game so badly, but for me personally, I loved 3D World. Like I thought 3D World was so good, and 3D World is actually the game that made me change what I asked for Christmas time when I was married. Because I used to ask for games, and that game launched in like October, I believe.
Yeah, sure.
And I had to sit there from when it launched till Christmas and wait and try to avoid spoilers. And I was like, never again. You buy these other things, and I'll buy the games I want.
Just get it.
And I'll get them day one and be able to play them. Yeah. So, but I really did love 3D World. I thought that was... And I love the fact now that we're going to have online play with it. And the idea of, like, being able to play with my friends, hopefully, which you should be able to, should be a problem. And then, like, just fight each other for the crown.
Oh, I
like,
love it. It's so funny. Like I was playing with Lincoln, and it's one of those things I'm really going to have to, as we're going to start playing games more and more together as he gets older. So frustrating, dude. Like, come on, man, just come over here. Like, there's a secret over here. He doesn't care about secrets or all the stars or anything. He's just like, he's going off, but he's loving it. He'll play the same level over and over again, man. Yeah. Like, he doesn't care. He got into this weird thing where he would quit the game and then start a new save file and then, like, go back to the first level. Like, I don't know what he was doing. And I honestly don't know how he, like, knows what buttons do what. But, like, he presses the button, he sees continue or quit. He knows that he wants to go to quit, so he quits, and then he does the whole thing over again. Like, he can't read.
That's so funny.
It's so weird.
He memorizes everything. Well, he can't count either. He can't really count. Well, he does, but, I mean, like, it's all repetition.
It is, yeah. It's just memory.
It's all memory. Like, you say it to him, and he must have, like, you know.
Chelsea's memory. He's got Chelsea's brain.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's
that kid is something else. Yeah.
All right, man. I'm going to go. I'm depressed
I've got a
as it
stomach
is now.
thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got to take care of some stuff.
Okay. All right.
I've been waiting for you to say that. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to A Cuppa Joe Nintendo, a production of the You, Me, and Capri Patreon. If you like the show, you can support them at patreon.com, You, Me, Capri. A Cuppa Joe Nintendo is available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and all of your other podcast services. Be sure to follow Bobby at Nintendo Gurus on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. For everything that Sean does on the internet, follow him on Twitter, at Sean Capri. Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. Also, twitch.tv Sean Capri. That is all. Peace out, Preston.